Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tay, and I am back. I told you I was gonna be back for another Real Housewives of Atlanta review, season 8, episode. Is this episode 3? I don't know. It'll be in the title box below. But let's just get into it. So we open up with Phaedra and Portia. And Phaedra takes Portia to a colon cleanser, and she's like, Phaedra set me up for this shit or whatever. And I'm just like, ooh, girl, yes, because I've never gotten like a colon cleanser, like the shit going up my ass and everything, but it don't look fun. I'll stick to like drinking that herbal tea that cleanses out your colon, because yeah, I don't know if I don't like nothing up my fucking butt. I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't like shit up in my fucking ass. I'm just saying. Okay. um so yeah, they Portia brings up the whole party with Duke, that the party that she threw for Duke and everything. And she was asking, like, was I, she said, she asked him, was she doing too much and everything. And apparently he was like, no, like, I'm past that or whatever. But I mean, the look that was on his face and the remark that he made to his homeboy says otherwise. It seemed like he just really was uncomfortable or whatever. But I don't know, maybe he is over it now. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. Um but she also brings up the comments that Johnny, I think that's his name. I think that's the gay dude that I was talking about last week. And Candy's comments about what she said about what she's heard in the blogs. And she lets Phaedra knows that she felt some type of way about that. And then basically saying, like, everybody just needs to be happy for her, this, that, the third. And okay, I get that, but at the same time, I mean, don't get me wrong, I felt like them just kind of being in a circle gossiping about the shit, I felt like that was wrong. I felt like if they had their own issues or concerns about Portia, then maybe they, each individually, whoever had something to say, they should have went to her one-on-one and been like, look, this is how I feel about dude, I don't know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like they all should have been just in the circle ganging up. But I mean, Lauren, your sister, she had some shit to say too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if anything, if you ask me, she was the most vocal. I mean, yeah, she wasn't one of the ones to bring up what she heard in the motherfucking blogs, but she felt the type of way too about him. So I'm just saying, whatever. But then that's when Phaedra brings up the conversation that her and Candy had, and I'm just like, why is we still talking? Y'all just made up last week. Why the fuck is we still talking about this bullshit? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of unnecessary for Phaedra and Portia to have that conversation. And I know, because Candy and Todd, they had the same conversation too. We get a scene with them talking about what happened. But I mean, Todd is Candy's husband, so of course you're gonna expect them to have a conversation about it. But I just feel like, for Phaedra to talk to Portia about what they talked about, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's the way they were saying shit I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, Portia already had her issue with Candy, and now Phaedra, is basically giving a rundown. And she was saying how she felt betrayed by Candy, and the whole bike situation. But my thing is, Phaedra, y'all was having issues before this whole bike situation, so I'm gonna need for you to stop acting like as if that was the only issue. It was way more issues that was occurring before this whole motorbike, whatever the shit is, bullshit. Y'all had way more issues than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she said that, if the shoe was on the other foot, she wouldn't have Basically saying she would have, I guess, she would have Todd's bikes in her damn house or whatever. Now, I did see something where Candy did, the government came up in her house about them bikes or whatever. And, I didn't say this last week, but, I do realize that, yeah, that is kind of a bad look for Candy in a way, because of the fact that, everything that he has, that Apollo has at this point, is, the government's property, because, he stole all this money from all these people. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that, in that aspect, as to why, I have a better understanding now as to why Phaedra was kind of upset about that, about the government coming to her house about. But I still don't believe that was the only thing the government came to her house about. I'm just saying. But she was like, saying how Candy felt like it wasn't a big deal, whatever. In Candy's defense, once again, Todd and Apollo are friends. I mean, and we see last week, Candy didn't really want them damn, was it last week or the week before? One of the episodes we see, when she was in the scene with Todd or whatever, and she really didn't want them damn bikes in her house to begin with. But I mean, because of the fact that Todd and Apollo are friends, she was trying to be supportive in that aspect, because of the fact that Todd and Apollo are friends, and but Candy really didn't want them damn bikes in her house. Now, like I said, I do agree that it was a lot of miscommunication, and Candy should have said something, but I just, like, whatever, Phaedra. I feel like Phaedra was kind of being a little bit of a drama queen in that aspect of the whole betrayal thing. Not the whole, not with the government situation, but with the whole betrayal aspect of this situation. So yeah, I'm over that whole. Oh no, well, Candy and Todd, they talk about it or whatever, and she tells him that she also talked to her about the whole money situation, yada yada yada. Moving on, because I didn't spend too much time on this fucking situation. So we get to Cynthia and her baby daddy Leon, and they're grilling this dude, and he's 26 years old, and he has some dreads now, y'all. I like dudes that got dreads, if they, especially if they cute, you know what I'm saying? And he was cute. He was real cute. He's 26. They were grilling this dude for their daughter Noelle's tutoring, because she's trying to get into singing, I think, and some other things. So they figured that she can get some homeschooling. So they grilling him, asking him a lot of questions, and whatever. And that's when Leon, after they finish grilling dude or whatever, Leon brings up the situation with Cynthia and Peter and the whole video thing, and Cynthia is saying how she, saying how she been feeling and everything, and Leon, he gives her some sound advice. He's pretty much saying, like, pretty much every relationship you've been in, you're basically saying she's quicker to walk away than to resolve the issue. So he's pretty much telling her that she should work things out with Peter and everything, and I like that. I know some people probably feel like that she shouldn't be talking to her baby daddy about this and everything, but I mean, they have a great relationship, and we know that him and Peter also has a great relationship, so I'm pretty sure that Peter probably talks to him about certain things as well. And I mean, in this particular situation, I don't really have a problem with it, because like I said, all parties, are getting along. They get along. So I think that was cool. He wasn't quick to say, oh, you should leave him and everything. He gave her some real good sound advice, so I like that. We get to the Fun Run event. I guess that's what it was called, for Dish Nation, and we all know Portia works for Dish Nation and everything, and we get a cameo appearance from Blue from Bad Girls Club. Hey, girl. And Candy, she shows up or whatever and supporting Portia, and Portia and her teammate, they, in the first event or whatever you want to call it, they look like they didn't know what the fuck they was doing. But yeah, but Portia, she persevered, kept on, doing what she had to do. It's a charity event. Portia brings up after she's finished, Portia brings up the shade, basically the shade that Candy and Johnny had threw at her event for Duke and everything, and Portia was saying, she just wants everybody to be supportive, and she brought up, Candy's situation with Todd when her and Todd first got together, and how, people were, what I'm saying, but I think, Candy's friends were more supportive of her situation than, I think only person that really had an issue was her damn mama. For real. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody else was okay with Todd. So I don't really think Portia can compare this to, you know what I'm saying? And Candy had said something basically, damn, what did Candy say? Because my notes kept on getting deleted, y'all, and I had to, like, retype everything that I could remember. But, she said something. I forgot what Candy said. I feel like it was kind of close to something as to what I said, but I can't remember exactly. But Candy does also refer to, when Portia was married to Cordell, and how basically they all gave their opinion, and how Portia was upset, but then once they, was in the process of divorcing, then that's when Portia wanted to come back and say that, oh, y'all was right. You know what I'm saying? So, and that is true. You know what I'm saying? They was saying everything that I pretty much agree with when she was married to Cordell. And Portia, y'all know Portia threw a damn bitch fit, and then she want to come back and renege and say that they was right and all this other bullshit. So, I guess Candy just, just wants Portia's best interest at heart. But I do, like I said, I do feel like Candy should have just talked to her one-on-one about how she felt about Dude, instead of kind of being a little messy by talking in a circle with everybody about what they heard and this, that, and the third. So, we get to Kenya. She meets up with Marlo. Blah, and they're planning Kenya's event, for her hairline or whatever. And she talking about being the next, Madam C.J. Walker. I said, I guess, child. I'm sorry, this episode was boring. Like, oh my god, I almost fell the fuck to sleep. This episode was just, it just wasn't, it wasn't all, it was a no for me in Randy Jackson's voice. It was a no for me. Like, but, yeah, so she talks about the girl Passionate, and the girl Passionate also worked for Cynthia's event, and, Kenya threw a little shade talking about something. She wants her to make her event more fabulous than Cynthia's. And I'm like, see, that's that bullshit I be talking about with Kenya. Like, Cynthia is your friend. Like, why are you talking about something you want the event to be more fabulous than hers? I mean, of course, granted, yes, I know you want your event to be great and everything, but why does it have to be like a competition? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I ain't like that. She's talking to Marlo about Sheree, and they're throwing a little shade, and, Marlo was like, I mean, I talked to Sheree, and, saying, like, girl, can we throw you, like, a rent party, or something like that, she was saying. I'm just like, and then here come, Kenya talking about some, oh no, or was it Kenya that said something about a rent party? I know, Marlo said something. She said something. She said something about making a GoFundMe or raising money to help her, finish building her house, and then that's when Kenya talks about throwing the damn rent party, and I'm just like, see, this that bullshit I'm talking about, like, that bullshit I'm talking about with Kenya, y'all. And so moving on from that, we get to Cynthia she's trying to call Peter and everything. Peter's not answering. And she's contemplating her marriage at this point. So, moving on from that scene, we get to Kim. Kim is excited about this event with Kenya, and she's looking forward to meeting some new friends and yada yada yada. Her husband is excited about Kim getting some new friends, because apparently Kim doesn't have any friends. She's not the girls night out type of chick, you know what I'm saying? So and I like the relationship that Kim and her husband has. I really do. Now I think I heard a rumor about him allegedly being on the down low or something. I don't look, just what I heard. I'm not saying he is, but I don't know. But moving on from that, we get to Kenya's event. Portia and her friend shows up, and they're both throwing shade. And Portia says she probably spent a lot of money. And then the friend was like, spent a lot of money on what? And then that's when Portia was like, on her weave. And I said, bitch, see, y'all sit up here, y'all playing nice right now. But y'all sitting up here throwing a lot of shade towards one another in the fucking confessional. I'm just saying. I know y'all know this. They've been throwing a lot of shade in the damn confessional more than they have to each other's faces. But anyway, so they calling her event the Desert Experience because it was hot in there, and Portia friend, she drinks the product and says, "Girl, this shit's some fucking water." I said, "God damn, Kenya. Girl, if the shit is drinkable, that's a fucking problem." I'm just saying. But Candy, she shows up, and they telling Candy about the product and everything, and Candy was like, stop y'all, whatever, da da da, and all this stuff, and Candy saying that greatness takes time, because it took Kenya 2 years to do this ever since she did her commercial for the product and everything. Kim shows up. Candy ends up leaving because it's too hot in there for her, and her pregnancy and everything. I said, Candy, bitch, you just ain't want to be there. That's all that is. Like, nah, everybody was fanning themselves like it was hot as shit. So I don't know. Yeah. Moving on from that, Phaedra shows up. Marlo and Sheree shows up. Kenya finally arrives, and Kenya has a new boo. I forget what he does. I'm sorry. See, y'all, I really just I was not into this episode, but her boo shows up. Everyone's shading her about having a new boo, and poking fun, making jokes or whatever. Kenya ends up leaving her guest. I'm like, girl, because it's so hot in there, she ends up leaving her guest with her boo. They step outside. I said, Kenya, girl, how ratchet is that for you to sit up here and just leave your guest out at your event? And it's just like, what? That's tacky as hell, girl. I mean, I understand it's hot and shit, but it's your fucking event. So if your guests have to suffer, then bitch, you do too. I'm just saying. So, Kenya comes back in or whatever. Finally, everyone looks bored as fuck. She's talking on the mic. She comes and greets them. Portia friend throws some shade about the hair product or whatever, and Kenya is feeling slighted. She don't say nothing to the friend though. Yeah, she know better, but she damn sure said something to Marlo about what the friend said. Kenya and what's the girl name? Sheree. They talk. They end things on a good note. Move, at least for now. Anyway, moving on. The last scene is Peter and Cynthia. Cynthia says it's been 10 days since she's talked to Peter. I'm like, 10 fucking days? No text call, like nothing, nada? No Skyping, over something? I'm like, yeah, that's not good at all. I mean, y'all are married. 10 whole motherfucking days. It's not like as if this is your friend or this is your wife, Peter. And you go 10 days without talking to her. So they start, talking and about the party. Peter admits that he was kind of turned up, and that's why pretty much he was acting like a jackass. He says he was prepared for Mal and her bullshit, but he wasn't prepared for Kenya and her bullshit. And he talks about everything being a challenge. He claims Cynthia doesn't know how to balance shit. I'm like, well, nigga, apparently you the one who don't know how to balance shit, because if you did, we wouldn't be. I mean, you making these excuses about the restaurant, or the bar, whatever the fuck it is, down up in Charlotte or whatever. But it seems, I mean, you not answering the phone for 10 fucking days, or not, for 10 fucking days. It seems like you the one who has the balancing issues. Now, I mean, I'm granted, and Cynthia probably, might take some fault in this too. But Patricia, I see a lot of fault in you. I'm just saying. Cynthia saying how she, dropped everything and moved her and her child from New York to Atlanta because she met this guy named Peter Thomas, and she says she's not in love with him anymore, and he drops a crocodile tear talking about some, I don't even feel that way about you, like I'm still in love with you, this, that, and third. And Cynthia's like, okay, just because you feel a certain way, that's not going to change the way I feel. I said, ooh, Cynthia, girl, better let him know. But, she basically gives Peter an ultimatum and says, this is, pretty much this is it. If it don't work out, this time, then we're done. And, that was pretty much the episode. And I still managed to make it to 22 minutes, y'all. Because I'm telling y'all, this episode was just boring as fuck to me. Next week we see the fuckery finally coming with the girls. We see, next week we're going to see Portia and Cynthia get into it. I knew these bitches couldn't get along for so long. But, I'm sorry, y'all. This review is not what you guys wanted. But, I mean, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And share this video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll see you guys tomorrow from Black Ink Crew, Chicago. Love you. Mwah.